Hey YouTube, Madam Roy back once again. Well, I thought that it was time for me to do a camera collection update. As most of you guys know, over the past 3 or 4 years, I've been trying to collect a number of camcorders and digital cameras, just to kind of showcase what technology was and what it's coming to right now. By no means is this a substantial collection. I have friends, believe me, that have probably 50 to 100 cameras and camcorders, but I figured this was a good start. And you guys have seen many of these in past videos, but as a whole, I just want to go over everything I have just so you guys know what options I have to film with. And if you guys want to see me use another camera, any one of these for a future video, please go ahead and remember to leave it in the comments. So let's get started. Now, of course, I had to use one of the cameras to film with, and I chose to use my Samsung SCD372, and that's because I just recently reviewed this camera and camcorder, and I'm sure you guys remember it, and that was actually what was in this bag here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side. And tell you what, let's go ahead and start with my regular digital cameras. This is a Sony, and I'm going to put the camera down to open this, so you guys can kind of see me do this. This is a Sony digital camera from around 2007 that I picked up in at a garage sale, but probably around 2010, and I remember only paying about $10 for it. It is, if I can get this open, it's a Sony CyberShot 7.2 megapixels, and it is model number DSCW, if it'll focus, 55. And I know you guys have seen this one, and I haven't used it in a while, but it's still a decent camera, although since I got my newer Sony, I just don't really find much of a use for it anymore. Next I have this Canon camera. This one's from around 2005. This is a Canon PowerShot A560, so that's one of the ELPH cameras. 7.1 megapixel with a 4x zoom. This camera is nice. It takes a decent picture, but it suffers from a problem where it drains the batteries almost consistently. It takes 2 AA batteries, and I kid you not, if I leave those in there for more than a week, brand new, perfectly good AA batteries, they are totally dead by the time I'm ready to use the camera. So that one I kind of save for emergency purposes. Next I have this Kodak waterproof 3-meter flip camcorder. And this is also a camera too, but it only takes like 3 or 4 megapixel pictures, and they're absolutely awful. I use this very seldomly. I picked this up brand new at a thrift store in Maryland. I think I paid like $10 for it. And you can see it's the Playful Waterproof Edition. 720p HD, and this is totally waterproof. I have submerged this in water before. And you just push this top button to turn it on. And there you go. You get 50 minutes. I think I have an 8 gigabyte card in there. You get 50 minutes of recording. The picture is fantastic on this for a cheaper camera. The audio quality, because it is a waterproof camera, is atrocious. So I only use this seldomly. I've maybe used this for 3 or 4 videos, mainly videos that I recorded up at my grandmother's house in Green. So if you want to see this camcorder in action, check out the walking tour of Green video and the videos I did of when my dad picked up the 76 Lincoln. Next I have this Vivitar Vivicam 5355. Not a whole lot to say about this. This is really a crappy digital camera. I paid $2 for it. Picked this up at my grandmother's house. It really takes just horrible pictures, but I figured for $2 it was a neat thing to add to my collection. And 5 megapixels, and this is literally from around 2009, so you could tell it was never made to be the best quality camera. Next I have a very, very well used and worn out Sony CyberShot 12.1 megapixel digital camera. and this is the Steady Shot model DSC S2100, and it works perfectly, but as you can see, the screen has just got tons of pressure marks on them. You can see them right there, right there, right there. Other than that the camera is physically in bad shape, it takes beautiful pictures, and I use this when I'm going to the beach, basically when I going anywhere where I don't want to take one of my good cameras, and as you can see, it's really beaten up. But I got this at Thrift Store City, the one over in the other part of Chesapeake, and I only paid about $5 for that because, let's face it, it didn't have any charger, batteries, or anything with it, and the way it looked, I'm sure nobody was going to buy it. Okay, next we have a camera that I know a lot of you guys love, and I have shown this in the past. And yes, it is hard to do this one-handed. This is my Canon PowerShot S3IS 6 megapixel digital camera. This is the one that does record very nice standard definition video, but it does not do widescreen video, unfortunately. Got the really nice lens there. Zoom on this, I believe, is 16x. It's a DSLR light camera, but it's not a DSLR. It's basically like a point and shoot, but has a lot of nice features. And you can also look at one of my past videos because I did a review on this camera. I love this. I use this to take tons of pictures. Even though it's a 6 megapixel camera, it takes phenomenal stills. And I picked that up at a garage sale, our community garage sale, for $7 this past year, and it even came with the bag. Next, we have this Kodak, and again, I am going to put the camcorder down so I can open this because it barely fits in this bag. This is actually a Kodak camera. Let's see if I can just go like this to get it out. Come on, get out of there. Tell you, this is a tight fit in this bag. I finally got it out of there. This is a Kodak Easy Share, and the model on this one is the Z740. This is really a fantastic camera from back in the day. This is only a 5 megapixel camera. It does have a 10x optical zoom. You can see it has the red eye reduction and pre-flashlight on there. This one I have used quite a bit in the past. See if the looks like the batteries are still good. This one takes, I believe, 4. Let me see real quick. No, I'm sorry. This one just takes 2 AA's. But it takes phenomenal pictures. Again, these Kodaks from back in the day had fantastic lenses, and I actually would put this up against any modern Kodak camera. You know, of course, you won't be able to blow the pictures up quite as much, but quality-wise, I'd say this is probably one of the best Kodak cameras I've owned, and I've owned quite a few in the past. My dad's had 2 or 3, and I know I've had at least 3 in the past. And you can check out my other channel, you can check out my channel because I have a video on this one as well. And I got the case for that too, and both of those I think I paid $10 for. So, as you can see, I have a huge number of cameras and camcorders to choose from when I'm making my videos. And of course, we have the very newest one in my collection, the one I use quite a bit, and this is the Sony CyberShot DSC H90. This I got at Target, and I do have another video on this as well. I paid $50 for it. It was a clearanced item that was marked down several times, and on top of that, this one was the display model, which I usually don't buy, but in this case it was in really, really nice shape, and they had the box and everything with it. And this is what the camera looks like. I know you guys have seen this, but I figured I'll just show this again real quick. Again, there it is, the Sony G series. has 16x optical zoom, and it's 720p HD movies. I know I got ripped for that because when I reviewed this originally, I said it was a 1080p camera. It is not. It does take 720p video, which is perfectly fine for me because most of my subscribers can't even watch 1080p video because they don't have a high enough bandwidth, unfortunately. It's a 16.1 megapixel. Again, the model is DSC-H90. Power button, zoom wide and tall, different scene modes, and then of course your manual, panoramic, and the camera mode. And then of course I have it in video because that's what I use this for primarily. Stills on this are okay, but this does not have the best CMOS sensor. I'll be honest with you, I much prefer to use the Kodak 5 megapixel or the Canon 6 because they have not only a better CMOS sensor but a better lens on them as well. But for video, you really can't beat my little Kodak camera. And I was very blessed to find this when I did and at a price I could afford because at the time I really was strapped for cash. Well, I'll go ahead and push the table back, and now everything's a mess, and I'll just show you guys real quick. For now, that is my complete camera and camcorder collection. I believe I do have one or two that are stored away in the closet, which is an absolute mess right now and I can't get to. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please remember, as always, to like and subscribe, and have a blessed day, everybody.